You are listening to Connection Quest, where every episode is a heartwarming journey to unravel the mysteries of love, intimacy, and the art of meaningful relationships. Join Miku as he explores the real, sometimes messy, always meaningful paths to building stronger, more vibrant romantic bonds. Forget quick fixes. We're digging into the heart of connection, understanding, communication, intimacy, and growing together. Ready to deepen your relationship journey? Let's
Hey
begin.
everyone, welcome back to another episode of Connection Quest. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been discussed time and again but often remains misunderstood: love languages. And I'm thrilled to have Zadie Blake here with me. Zadie, welcome back.
Hi, Miku. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to explore the depths of this topic with you, especially since love languages can be such a pivotal aspect of relationship dynamics.
Absolutely. You know, last time we chatted about unspoken expectations, and love languages definitely intersect with that in some fascinating ways. People often take these on as some sort of personality quiz without realizing their full potential, right?
That's so true, Miku. Love languages are more than just buzzwords, they're windows into understanding how we and our partners perceive love. It's about recognizing that love is expressed differently by each individual, and that requires a certain level of adaptability.
Right. It reminds me of an old friend who was all about acts of service. She used to say, "Yes, I love gifts, but it's when someone goes out of their way to do something for me, however small, that I feel truly loved."
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how personal history and prior relationships shape these preferences. For some, acts of service might come from a place where they didn't have that support growing up, so it becomes very significant in their romantic relationships.
That's a good point. It's like past experiences casting this, let's say, emotional shadow that influences our love languages. Have you encountered any interesting scenarios in your work where love languages meant the difference between understanding and misunderstanding?
Oh, definitely. I recall coaching a couple where one partner's primary love language was words of affirmation, but they were paired with someone who was more action-oriented. For them, it wasn't until they acknowledged and respected these differences that communication improved. It's like speaking different dialects of the same language. Once you learn to translate, the message comes through clearly.
That's such a compelling analogy, Zeddy. And yet, so many couples fall into this cycle where they're both speaking but not truly hearing each other, because the language being used is lost in translation without that key awareness.
Yes, and that's where stress often amplifies discrepancies. It's crucial for partners to find a balance and practice a little empathy. Asking, "How can I show love in a way that you feel it?" can be a game changer in resolving tension.
It's often about active efforts, isn't it? I remember reading somewhere about this husband who, despite being a physical touch guy, started writing daily notes to his words of affirmation wife because he realized that's what made her feel most loved. It's those little initiatives that speak volumes.
So true, Miku. And speaking of physical touch, I've encountered clients who, through stress management sessions, realized how critical those little touches, a morning hug, holding hands, are in maintaining not just emotional but physical intimacy during stressful times.
That gives me a pertinent segue into discussing how knowing your partner's love language adds layers to stress management. It's like having a customized toolkit for handling inevitable tensions.
Absolutely, Miku. Imagine knowing exactly what reduces your partner's stress versus escalating it. If quality time is key for them, carving out undistracted moments together can alleviate stress. Being mindful of these nuances often offers a form of reassurance that words alone sometimes can't.
It's almost like love language fluency is its own form of emotional resilience within the relationship, right? Here's something I pondered. Do you think awareness and deliberate practice of these languages can potentially evolve love languages over time?
Great question. I'd say yes to some extent. While core preferences might remain consistent, being proactive about incorporating other languages can enrich the partnership. Couples often report that their love language palette expands as they learn from each other, almost like acquiring fluency in a new language.
That's a fascinating perspective. I think continuous learning in relationships is vital. So if someone's starting on this journey, Zadie, how do they begin identifying their love language and those of their partners?
Well, Miku, there are quizzes and such, but I always recommend paying attention to what you say most often to your partner, or what you wish they would say or do for you. It's about observing daily interactions closely. Also, keep discussions open. Talk to your partner about what makes you feel cherished. These conversations are as revealing as they are bonding.
That certainly ties back to our earlier topic of clear communication. Sometimes I think we overcomplicate love when it's about these gentle nudges reminding us to ask and answer with sincerity. We've covered so much ground, and I hope our listeners feel inspired to better understand their own love languages.
Yes, and remember, it's not about changing who you are for someone else, but about amplifying understanding and creating shared meaning. Relationships flourish in environments of respect and knowing each other well enough to love each other the best way possible.
Beautifully said, Zadie. Thanks once again for sharing your insights today. This has been another enlightening session, and there's always something magical about reevaluating love from new perspectives.
The pleasure was mine, Miku. I hope everyone listening leaves with a renewed sense of curiosity about their relationships and maybe a little more love.
And with that, we'll wrap up today's episode of Connection Quest. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and until next time, keep exploring these beautiful connections. Take care.